So hello, my name is Isaac Garcia, and today I'm going to be giving you a presentation on something that I would like for you to consider and something to invest in the future. So what today I'm going to be talking to you about is finances for the future. Now, what is finances for the future? So, do you remember whenever you were in high school and you finally graduated, and when you got out of high school, you realized that things weren't the way you planned they were going to be. You ended up going to college, struggling with money, struggling with finances, and no one really showed you how to budget. No one really showed you taxes. It's something that's learned. It's something that your parents tell you, but you never really look into. So what we are is we are an after-school program. So it's 1 hour a day. It's a 9-month program, and we are going to be going through and teaching kids how to budget and balance for the future. So today the topics we're going to go over is we're going to go over what is finances for the future, what is finances for the future, what is it solving, and then why do we need it. So let's jump into the first topic. So what is finances for the future? So it is essentially how to budget, how to do your taxes, and how to plan for financial stability for the future. So whenever you're a kid and you're young, or not a kid necessarily, but a teenager, or even anywhere from a teenager to in your 20s, you don't really think about long-term goals. You don't think about for the future. You're just thinking about what is now for the time being. So we show kids how to budget for the long term, not just for short term. So the long term meaning all the way for retirement, for a rainy day, having money set aside. So what there should be is kids should know how to budget that way. So some options that we have is you can do a 9-month program, you can do a 7-month program, or 5-month program. Now all three will cover the exact same things as in budgeting, taxes, and preparing for the future. It's just that each program will go more in depth to each one of it for what it is. So why do we need this program? So think back to whenever you were a teenager. And when you think back to whenever you were a teenager, you think about some of the problems that you went through. And it's not something that you want for your kids yet. Everyone always has the mindset to want more. Everyone always has the mindset to want to do better, to give your kids what you didn't have whenever you were their age. So what we're looking to do is be able to show kids the mistakes that we made. Because in class, you learn your sciences, your social studies, your English, your math, but what no one teaches you about is life. There's no real guidelines on how to be an adult. And there's no guidelines on how to save money for the future. Your parents can tell you, set money aside for a rainy day, but no one ever actually breaks it down. No one ever tells you that you should set 50% of your check aside for bills, 30% for your savings, and then the 20% you have left, that money is going to be for you. No one ever breaks it down like that. It's establishing your wants from your needs. So your needs are going to be things like light, water, electricity, food, stuff like that. Necessities that you need in order to get by. Now, currently, millennials have the most amount of debt than we have ever gone into. On an average, all millennials, I think it accrues an average of $27,900 in debt. Now that's a substantial amount because that's not including any mortgages, that's not including student loan debt. The majority of that is actually credit card debt. Credit card debt is something that whenever we're young we sign up for and we don't think about the repercussions of it later. So this program can help solve a lot of that. So what exactly is this program solving? This program is solving how to prepare young kids and young children for the future. Now why is that so important? Because let's say you're a parent. Let's say right now you're 45, 55 years old. You're not wanting your kids to go through the struggles that you went through. You want your kids to be able to have a great life, have the life that you always want them to be, with having that financial stability. So that way as a parent, whenever you're gone and you're no longer here, your children don't have to worry about anything anymore. Your children are good, that they're set for the future, that they're not going to go through any poverty, that financially they're going to be stable enough to maintain a well-balanced life. College debt is definitely going to play a big factor on how to be able to budget out for that. There are people who go to school for years and years, and yes, while they do get a good job after college, they don't ever find the time to pay it off as fast as they should. If you were to be able to set aside money for college right after getting your career, you can set aside money a lot faster and pay it off within 1, 2, 3 years. You know, it's not going to be the luxurious lifestyle that you would want to live as a graduate coming out of school. However, it would be a lot smarter financially to be able to pay things off that much quicker without having to be able to pay things off that much quicker without having to worry about any, like, this overwhelming debt over your head for the next few years. So in conclusion, what we're looking for from you is we are looking for funding. So right now our program is constantly growing. So we started off as a volunteer organization, and our volunteer organization it grew to the point where so many schools wanted it that we need more employees. We need more backing behind us, and we are starting to get school funding. But what we would need is possibly more parents that could volunteer their time. That's really what we're asking for. Money can buy a lot of things, but it cannot buy time. Thank you.